to this edition of Hear My Story. Hear My Story is a program that is packaged for you and I. Everybody has a story, and our stories are made to bring out the glory of God in us. There is no glory without story. So do you have any story that you want us to share? The story of your life that has benefited you and is going to be of benefit to all other people out there. Today on this platform, we have Chinyere. She has been barren and she has been going from pillar to post, trying to make it happen, thinking that it's what is all her fault. But at the time, she decided to seek medical attention. The doctor told her husband, who happens to be a clergyman, and said, "Man, you can't father a child. Why not give up your wife to another man?" That's a very hard one. Why not give your wife to another man? That is, you're telling your wife, go out there and commit adultery, and I'm behind you. You as a woman, what will you do? Will you say, "Oh, glory be to God, what I've been looking for"? Or you as a man, will you say, "Wow, anyway, let her just give me the child. After that, I'll throw her out"? Let's hear the story of Chinyere.
Well, the expectation of every mother before going into marriage is that she's going to be blessed with the fruit of the womb. Like every other woman, my expectation was that immediately I get married, I was going to be blessed with the fruit of the womb. So that was my expectation. I looked forward to being pregnant. I looked forward to having children. I wanted to have 2 boys, 2 girls, or 3 boys, 1 girl. I was in school when I got married, so I was really not tensed. I was not really worried because I felt, because I was in school and my husband was very busy with programs, we're coming, once in a while, we are not always around. It didn't really bother me. I was concentrated on, my education, so it wasn't really a problem until much later. After maybe the first year, the second year, the third year, I began to feel a little uncomfortable, about it, a little worried. Like every woman, I would say that after the first year, I started feeling a little uncomfortable because there were people that waited with us who had their children, and I began to long to have my own children. I began to long to carry a child. So it began to make sense to me, began to worry me, and so I began to put my mind into it. So after the first year of marriage, entering into the second year, I started looking forward to having children. After the first year in marriage, we weren't bothered. After the second year, getting into the third year, I began to, worry my husband. And my husband is not a hospital person. He doesn't really like to go to hospital and all that. So I began to worry him that let's go to the hospital and let's find out what the problem is, And then he didn't want to really go because he felt, he kept telling me all was well, there's no problem. I said, I know all is well, but I just want us to just go to the hospital, let doctors tell us this. So after the first year, the second year, the third year, getting to the third year, it was during the third year, I convinced him, we went to a hospital in Umuahia. So when we went to that hospital, the doctor looked at us, and the doctor was a family friend. He didn't really want to tell us exactly what the problem was. He now said, you're young couples, you can go ahead and rest, everything will be fine. So we got home, but towards the end of that year, I was not comfortable anymore. I'm like, let's see another doctor. So we went to another doctor, and the doctor looked at us, they ran some tests, and the doctor told us that he's sorry about the results, that it's going to be very impossible for us to have children. So it didn't really make sense to me. It really didn't make sense to me. I actually thought it's one of these things doctors say. And my husband was like, I told you I didn't want to go to the hospital. I've just seen it now. And I'm like, okay, no problem. After that thought, the entry to the 40, I got so worried again. I told them, then you knew people had already started asking, don't you have to have children? That I had graduated from the university, and there was no excuse anymore. And so I bothered my husband, and he decided we went to another hospital. Now outside Umuahia, the doctor now looked at us. After we ran all the tests and everything, the doctor told us that it was going to be impossible for us to have children. The doctor said exactly the same thing the other doctor said. His lab result read the same thing. The doctor said, I'm sorry. I told my husband, I'm sorry. This case is simply impossible. You're not going to be able to father a child. And he said, if any doctor or any person tells you he's going to give you some medications, don't even bother going into it because it's not going to work. The result is terribly bad. There's no way to start building. Some people say you have low sperm count. They say you have this hormonal imbalance and all the rest of this one was that they said dead, totally dead sperm cells.